Tonight on Collective Stupidity, Jacob gets his revenge. But did you know that Robert Calhoun was a known associate of Jeffrey Epstein? Did you know that?
Oh my god!
Did you know that?
Oh god!
Dominic hates the Swedes.
I think it might be the worst designed bathroom, except for those roadside service stops. Those ones are worse, but that's different. That's Swedish.
And the gang buy an island.
The real crime should be their own stupidity.
Yes!
Their collective stupidity. Hey-o! Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Collective Stupidity podcast. And I'd like to have a nice cherry intro today, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. Because last episode I was betrayed. I was unknowingly betrayed by some of my closest allies.
And why?
Well, I think you know, Dominic, but I'll explain
I don't know
anyways.
if I do.
So
you talking about me? Have I betrayed you?
Well, you know, maybe it's a coalition of plotters that have betrayed me. Because there was a certain question at the end of The Bride of the Stupid Game that I think we need to have a conversation about, because I didn't pick up on it in the moment. But Robert Calhoun, would you like to explain to the people how you got a picture and time of my fucking birth?
Right.
You want to explain to the people how you got that?
It came to me in a vision.
Well, you know what the interesting thing about that, Robert Calhoun, is I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
A sweet, sweet angel came down from the heavens.
Because I'm pretty sure I have some footage that says otherwise.
From the Mount Sinai.
The second coming happened. The second coming happened, but just for me.
Right. Because I'm pretty sure I have some footage from the other day that would change, that, you know, sings a different tune, if you will. Because from my understanding, you talked to my mother, and you got the information from her.
No. No. Your mother talked to me.
Oh, you fucker! God, you.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, we need to talk right now. So, did you wouldn't have happened, hypothetical question here, right? You wouldn't have happened.
Is that your mother, Jake?
Yeah, this is her. Dominic and Sam are on the phone. Say hi to them.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
They say hi.
Hi.
So
It's a pleasure.
Dom says it's a pleasure. So we had a recording this morning, and Robert Calhoun did something a little silly, and he found the exact date and time of my birth, and I'm just wondering, there was some speculation that really just started happening that really opened the possibility of something rather grave and serious. You wouldn't have happened to have leaked my birth date, time, and a picture of my birth to him, would you?
I think you've got a problem there, Jake, because you ain't got no witnesses.
Okay, so you're not saying no.
All I can tell you is that I have never posted your birth information on my Facebook page.
What? No. What do you, excuse me?
I love you, but don't ever try and cross me.
Cross me.
Don't cross me. I gave it to him. This was like a month in the making.
What?
I love you, but you better come at me with a better attitude soon.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Happy April Fools.
What the hell? No! I hung up the phone. What the hell?
Mrs. Redick, if you listen to this, your parenting style is on point.
What the
I love
hell?
it. She's my new favorite person. My new favorite person. Holy shit.
I'm sorry, Jake, but there may be a turncoat in your midst.
I can't believe that. I can't believe it flew over my head until 2 hours later. Oh my god!
We got some other photos as well, but I'll keep those to myself.
Wait!
The time is appropriate.
Oh, You know.
You also got a picture of me as I was born. Like I thought that was a stock image. That was an image of me as like a 0-year-old baby.
Is that why you didn't blur the image?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that was me.
Oh no.
And I'm so mad that I didn't realize it in the moment because oh fuck, I'm so angry. And but all that aside, my mom talked to you. And apparently it had happened for a month before anything happened. You just knew. You were just exchanging information for a month.
This is really doing your head in.
And then not only that, oh my god. I talked to my mom about it, right? And obviously, you and her were in on this plot, but Dominic was in on it at some point. Sam was in on it at some point. They knew it was happening. My fucking brother knew about it. My dad knew about it. Everybody in this house that has 2 bipedal legs knew that this was going to happen. And I'm angry. Explain to me how this ploy unfolded for the people at home. Robert Calhoun, please.
So at first, I just straight up, I just added her on Facebook because I was like, oh, this is funny, and then I could be like, hey Jacob, I added your mom on Facebook, ha 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 ha, and then, but I don't use Facebook a lot, so at some point she added me back, and on March 1st at 9:35 a.m. she messaged me on Facebook, hi Robert, this is Amanda, Jacob's mom. First of all, I wanted to say I'm a huge fan of the pod. Your bits are awesome, and your dad needs an episode. True. Anyway, I really like the stupid quiz, and I especially like it when Jacob gets doxxed.
Yeah.
Because messing with him is hilarious, and I do it all the time. So to that end, I didn't tell him we are Facebook friends, and I may or may not have some pictures you could use to mess with him, because he would have no idea how you got them, and that's freaking hilarious. Let me know if you'd like me to send them to you. If not, don't worry. I figured it's worth a shot.
Unbelievable.
And I didn't see it until March 6th, in which I subsequently texted Sam and Dominic a screenshot. And Dominic was like, dude, that is hilarious.
God damn you all. What the hell?
What's very funny, what's hilarious about this is that when you had first discovered this horrible plot, you had described it as a mole in your organization. As it turns out, it wasn't just a mole, it was a whole coup d'etat.
It was a whole network.
It was
a whole network.
Open rebellion. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, there you go.
Jesus fucking Christ. Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of the man that you are?
Absolutely.
All right. Great.
Okay. Well, there you have it. He's proud of himself.
So, so you guys have done some digging into my past, which is cool. So I decided...
hardly digging. Get past handed itself over to us in the form of your mother.
It did come to you in like a gift basket, true. But you guys handed, you guys started digging into my past, excuse me. So I figured I would start digging into yours, and I found some images that you guys all might find a little shocking.
Oh God! Here we go.
Oh, I am very interested. Did you find my mother's Facebook? Is that what happened? Did my mom reach out to you?
He definitely found my dad's Facebook.
Oh God!
Well, interestingly enough, you say that, Robert Calhoun, because we're actually starting with Sam.
Oh God!
What
did I do?
Well, what you did is you burned down the Library of Alexandria, Sam. You were present at the burning of the Library of Alexandria. Do you know how much human knowledge was lost in that fire, Sam? That is unforgivable. That's unforgivable, man. That's unforgivable.
Listen.
That's unbelievable. How could you do that?
Listen.
How could you do that?
I was carried away by the event.
You were just goofing around.
I was just goofing around. I didn't set the match. I was just there. I don't know what else you want.
Sure. You can say that all you want. It doesn't change the truth. But you're lucky because that's not quite as bad as what I found out about Robert Calhoun. He actually, it kind of fits with one of the questions on his quiz last episode. I think he was trying to hint at us. I think he wanted to be caught. But did you know that Robert Calhoun was a known associate of Jeffrey Epstein? Did you know that?
Oh my god!
Did you know that?
Oh god!
Did you know that? Look how buddy they are. Oh my god! That's
listen,
that is a 10 out of 10
man.
LinkedIn photo right there. You should totally post that.
That's fucked up, Robert. Yeah. That's fucked up. Man, I thought you were better.
Listen. That was before he bought the island.
Well, I'm sure it was.
We fought a favor with each other like a month before he bought the island.
Oh, interesting. I'm sure.
Month before he bought the island.
Well, you're lucky because, unfortunately for you, we don't have time to stay on this because I sourced another image of Samuel Robinson. Unfortunately, he's been raiding up and down the Mongol steppe for untold.
Look at that.
Untold generate. Can you imagine the amount of pillaging he's done? Unbelievable.
I love how you photoshopped the two photos of Sam, but you just grabbed the one of me.
I didn't. What are you talking about? These are historical images that I'm sorting. These are the real files.
Oh, okay.
These are the real.
Where'd you get the photo of Sam? That's like an old pair of glasses again on this, Sam. That's not a new photo.
No, it's not. This is...
I don't know. Listen, I didn't get it anywhere. Again, these are historical records I dug into. These are real photos from when these things actually happened.
My mistake.
I don't know why you would think that. And it's interesting, Dom, that you decide now is a good time to start talking because I found out your secret. I discovered.
Oh, did you? Which one did you find out? I must know.
Which one?
When were you going to tell us that you've been moonlighting as a Nick Wilde mascot at the Zootopia Park?
Oh my god!
When were you going to tell us?
Dude, it looks so well done.
When were you going to tell us that?
You also made him look so much bigger than everyone else. He looks like he's 6 foot.
Yeah, it's almost flattering this image. I'm gonna be honest. Like you added another 2 feet to me.
Well, they have to give him height extensions to be mascot sized.
Yeah, naturally.
Mascot size.
Yeah.
Oh god.
To be honest, Sam, I'm not quite sure why you're laughing because
oh god, come on.
I found this really unsettling image of you and one of your close friends. I think this might be honestly worse than Epstein. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Jesus Christ. Listen, all right.
Sam, who is that man in the front of that car?
Whose
good friend is that? I mean, it's your good friend. Who is the good friend?
Not my good friend. Listen, I was only there.
It looks like Sam just lost a dare.
Like, look,
is your good friend not Adolf Hitler in this image? It kind of feels like it is.
Listen, I didn't know the man.
And that's Alamy stock footage, so that wasn't doctored. That's just how that was.
No, absolutely. It's very progressive of Hitler to hire a black man as part of his security council.
It really was. I was shocked. But there it is. There it is. It happened. It is.
I needed a job. I was only following orders.
I needed a job.
I wasn't the biggest fan of his politics, but like I need the money. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Come on.
They hung people like you.
They did. Yeah. And you know what? They gave passes to others. Why do you think I'm still here?
All right. Well,
your government. Your government. Your government. It's keep that in mind.
Are you saying that you were so important to the Nazi cause that the American government decided to poach you? Is that the stance you really want to take?
I'm saying I was important enough to science that the American government didn't want to prosecute me. That's
as a scientist, or were you like a specimen from a nuclear lab?
Oh, most certainly a specimen.
Yeah, specimen. Yeah, no,
I mean, anyone who can survive since the burning of the Library of Alexandria is pretty,
Yeah, there you go.
Very true.
Yeah. But anyway, so I if you're gonna dig into my past, I'll dig into yours, and don't cross me. Don't cross me.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I made out pretty good there, right? I mean, like Robert is accustomed to Jeffrey Epstein, a pedophile, and then Samuel is the downfall of all human knowledge, and also Hitler. And I'm just like masquerading as some guy dressed as a dog. I mean, I'm okay with that.
I'll take that.
I'm completely fine with that. Yeah, I
Good
feel like I made
God.
up pretty good.
So lesson learned here. Don't dox Jacob
Yeah,
anymore.
don't cross
or
me.
else
Don't cross me. I'll Photoshop you in something even worse. I mean, I'll find images
I'll
of
find
something
the.
even worse.
I will find an exact. I will make an exact replica of your birth certificate
No, no, that's not necessary.
and your social security
No,
card.
I don't think that's necessary. I think we've exhausted that bit. I think that
Oh,
bit's
have
run its
we? Have
course.
we?
Oh, for sure. But I do believe Dominic wants to talk about a certain urinal restroom situation. Am I correct?
Oh,
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, wait, no, I do know what you're talking about. I even asked you to remind me about this.
what the hell are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking
He came up to me Friday, while I was
totally
mid conversation with someone, totally interrupted us. He's just like, "You need to remind me on Sunday to talk about urinals," and I'm like, "Got it, sounds good." And then I was like, "You know, you can write it down, right?" And he's like, "Oh, I can write it down." He texted it in the group chat.
Oh,
He even
God.
texted that same group chat this morning, and yet I still had to remind him.
But look how effective that method was, though, because you just reminded me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." I would have been completely oblivious otherwise.
And it was completely out of his mind. Like he wasn't.
Not at all. Not at all. Top of
Oh
dome.
God.
Yes,
Hey, it
yes,
worked
I
out.
do. I do have to complain about this is the men's room in the student union at our college, the one closest to the ballroom. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know that bathroom?
Yeah,
Yes, I know that
the
one.
men's room or the all gender rooms.
The men's room. I don't use the all gender, the men's room. But that is, I think it might be the worst designed bathroom, remodeled bathroom I've ever been into. Except for those roadside service stops, the green apple ones that we put in on I-90, those ones are worse. But that's different. That's Swedish. This one though, they have no excuse.
It's different. That's Swedish.
They're Swedish. I'll give them a pass for being Swedes.
I feel like I should digress for that. I am going to digress for that because I feel like I need to explain myself here. In New York State, we had these rest stops along I-90. We have a whole bunch of them. And they were really nice. They were beautiful. They were styled like old barns, which really fit nicely into kind of the aesthetic of upstate. You know, it's kind of like we're just a bunch of redneck farmers, right? And they were really nice. And one day, I'm gonna assume it was Kathy Hochul, but I don't know. It could have just been anyone. Decided that, you know what? It's been good for too long. We've had too much good. We're gonna tear them down and we're gonna rebuild them. I was like, well,
Make them modernize them.
Modernize them. And to do this, they contracted a company from Sweden to build them. It's either Green Apple or no, it's Apple Green. It's Apple Green.
Yeah, it's
the
Apple
company.
Green.
It's a Swedish company. And it was a really good deal for New York State and Sweden, in the sense that Sweden would build them for free. And in exchange, Sweden would get like 1/2 of the profits of the place for a decade. Right? That was it was like one of those kind of deals.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Maybe not quite those numbers, but that's the idea of it, right? And that sounds great. That sounds wonderful. Except there's one critical detail here that we're missing,
Okay.
which is that the Swedish, they do not highway like the Americans highway.
Oh boy. Right. Yeah. Just a small detail.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up an image here.
It's growing pains.
It will buff. I feel like we've all been to one of these rest stops.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I cannot describe how much I hate them. The old ones were so much better.
They look really disgusting.
So
they do.
I have many complaints about this. I'm gonna list off just a couple that occur to me right now.
Okay,
First and foremost, they went from beautiful barn to Soviet-esque style concrete block, and it looks terrible. It doesn't look good. Right? It looked great. It was a barn. It had wood and like trusses, and it was great. And now it's like watching that Chernobyl special from HBO. It's like, this is disgusting.
What kills me about the design though is like they were all so unique, right? And they all looked different.
Yes.
And now it's just the same slop.
Yeah, it's the same slab of government cheese, and it's terrible, and I hate it. That's like, just the design, though.
They try to make it look modern. It looks fucking shit. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so like a good rest stop should have like a McDonald's and like a Dunkin', and maybe like a Checkers or something, right? Like fast food and coffee. 'Cause that's really what Americans want when they're on the road.
Yep.
What they don't want is a steak and egg, like the steak place, right? And like that like milkshake place, whatever they call it, and a Starbucks. Like these are not good choices to put here. I can see these are good choices for Sweden, right? Because the Swedish are a bit more how to put it.
Sit down, enjoy your
Yes.
time at a certain place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a bit less consumist than we are, but this doesn't work for us. So you go to Green Apple, right? And you just want a burger, but you have to sit down and get a steak and do the whole thing. You have to get a Starbucks coffee, which is not what you want. It'll be expensive. You just want a thing of black coffee. So that's bad. But I can live with that. I can live with the Soviet era architecture and the Swedish food decision. I can live with that. But the bathrooms, the bathrooms are unacceptable.
Oh God.
Right. This is a rest stop in America, right? When you go into the men's room, it should have 50 urinals and 25 stalls, and it should just be like an opulent amount of ways to urinate, right? Like this
Yes.
is really why we need the rest stop, is for when we need to use the bathroom. This is why we have the rest stop.
Yes.
Every Green Apple I've been into, the bathrooms have like 3 urinals or 1 stall. And I think it's like in the Swedish mind, they went, "Oh, the Americans! I know what they're like. They eat lots of
They
food.
don't
They must have
pee."
giant bladders, and then they never have to urinate. So why have many when we can have few? That's not how that works. You need to have many urinals, and there's only like 3, 4. I think the most I've seen is like 6, which like there should be a line of 40 of them. So no,
a
as
good
it turns out,
a good example is Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's is a
You've been in
beautiful
the-
example.
You've been in the they
Yes.
have bathroom attendants working like
What?
working like air traffic
Yeah.
they have people
They'll have
in the
a-
bathroom like directing people like it's air
They'll
traffic
have
control.
a guy at the door of the men's room, and it'll point you to the stall that's open.
Oh my
It's
God.
immediate. And the stalls, I went to the one in Tennessee, the Buc-ee's in Tennessee. The stalls have like lights above them too, like green and red, like a confessional in a church to let you know if it's occupied or not. And the full like floor to ceiling like proper doors, and not the usual American stall where you can see through it. Right, like a Buc-ee's is well designed. But they should just put Buc-ee's in New York, but they didn't put Buc-ee's in New York. They chose Sweden, and I love the Swedish. I'm sure they're lovely people, but they do not know how to make an American rest stop. This just isn't in the forte. They don't have. They're not like us.
They're not.
They're not like us. They're not like us.
And another.
I'm sure they try the best. I'm sure these would be fantastic in Sweden, but in the United States, they are borderline useless. It's almost like an insult to us.
Oh,
Thank you,
God.
Kathy Hochul, for making that happen. I definitely appreciate it.
One thing about
Anyways.
the rest stops, just real quick before we go on,
Yes.
that really bugs me more than anything else, is for some god awful reason they decide, right? Because these things they're like a long tube, right? Of things,
yeah,
with
like a terminal.
Yeah, with
At an
stores
airport.
attached to them. And I don't know if it's in all of them, but it's in the one I went to recently. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere along the 90. But they have this like weird market thing in the middle of the concourse, and this is like a picture of it. They have just low shelves with like grocery store goods, and like it's like a mini gas station. Into like the inside of like a gas station, right? It's like that,
Right? Like
inside.
who's buying
your
this?
rest stop.
Who's getting to the gas station on 90 and be like, "Oh shit, I forgot to buy a loaf of bread." Like no one's doing this.
Exactly. Like the one that I saw had it had one of those things for the rotating gas station hot dogs, and they looked so bad. Like I don't know who's buying this shit, and they have like they have ridiculously expensive goods at these places too. Like it's like Ashton Hall, the guy who did like the dunking his head in water with the expensive glass of water, right? They sell that expensive glass of water for like $13. Like who's buying that at a rest stop? Like I don't understand the thinking behind any of this.
A part of that just because of that stop pricing. You're at a rest stop, but not all of it. I mean, some of it's just bad design. Like it's a rest stop. You need to have McDonald's, you need to have coffee, and you have urinals, and everything else is just like optional extras. Wall is an optional extra at that point. I mean, you just need those three, really.
Yeah.
It's the holy trinity of traveling in America.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Yes.
Apple Green Pogrom one.
Pogrom. Yeah. Apple Green
Oh.
Pogrom.
Pogrom.
Absolutely.
I would
You know,
go
we
that
should do
far.
one of those videos where we go across the state and we judge all the apple greens, we rank them. Which
We
one's the best,
should.
which one's the
Oh,
worst.
ranking. Yeah, that would be one of those
Mm.
one of those YouTube videos that get like 1 billion views, and then like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
other video flops.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we would do it on like the S tier list, right? But they're all F tier. But there'll be like different levels of F tier, right?
Different levels of F.
F plus, F minus, F minus minus, straight to hell.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the apple green. But that's not the bathroom that I wanted. I reminded you to remind me about to talk to you about.
Oh, there's a worse bathroom out there. Okay, good to know.
So I got the giggles because this whole thing is like funny to me. Okay, so the bathroom. Yeah, the bathroom at our college. This is the men's room in the union, in the student union, close to the ballroom. The big, not the gender neutral, the big one, right? And it was remodeled when they remodeled the union. Whenever they did that, I don't know when they did it, maybe 2018 or so. But they remodeled. It was remodeled by someone who's clearly never used a public restroom before. Which is unfortunate because it's a public restroom. You need to know how to design it. But
Yes.
let me walk you through my personal experience in this bathroom.
Please do.
I'm gonna get off my chest now, and give me a second to stop giggling.
That's how you know it's good.
Okay, right. So let me paint you the scene. Let me paint you the scene. You gotta go. Right, nature is calling. You know, she's knocking the door. She's ringing. You gotta go to the bathroom. So you go. You go in there, right, and you go in one of the stalls. And once you enter one of the stalls, everything is normal. Everything looks fine. Aesthetically is pleasing until you enter one of the stalls, and it dawns upon you that the toilet is like 6 inches off the ground. It's like all the way down, all the way to the bottom.
You're just peeing into a hole on the floor.
Yeah. You just it's real low, and this is odd, right? Because like I'm a short guy, so like my feet touch the ground. That's how I know it's low, right? Because if it's higher than that, it's it's like it's real low, which is fine. I imagine for taller people though, it's a bit odd. But what really gets me is like when they have the automatic flush, you know what I'm talking about? That has like the sensor in the back.
Yeah.
Right?
That
Right.
The toilet is low, but the sensor is at the appropriate height, right? So when you sit down, it kind of like on a normal guy, it probably hits the upper part of the back, but I'm a small, tiny little man, so it hits like
It's
my
just higher
head.
than you.
Yes. So when I sit down, the first thing it does, it flushes, and it has like the jet flush where it's like, and it goes all the way through. It takes like 30 seconds to do it, right?
Right.
You know. So it flushes, like and it splashes up, so you're gonna get wet. So you just have to accept your fate at that point. So you sit down and you use it, right? And you're on the toilet and you're sitting, so you're probably going number 2, as I usually do when I sit down on the toilet, right? And then you do your business. You're on the phone. It's great. You're doing your business, and then you finish and you have to wipe, right? And you go for the toilet paper, and somehow they mounted the toilet paper lower than the toilet. I don't know how they do this, but it really is like maybe a foot off the ground. It's like they mounted it. Maybe they were aiming and like they just missed, or like they had to aim for a stud and there was no studs there, so they had to aim it like on the bottom. But it's all the way at the bottom. So the only way to get to it is you have to bend forward like a fucking paperclip, right? And you have to go, stomach onto the knees to reach down there. And when you do that, you move away from the sensor, so it goes off again and it flushes.
Oh God!
And it just sprays up, this time with your fecal matter. It just sprays up towards you. It's disgusting. And the toilet paper, by the way, as all the toilet paper in the college is the thinnest ply imaginable.
Oh God!
And the amount of force it takes to rip it is greater than the amount of force it takes to spin the roll of toilet paper. So you're just clawing at it the entire time because it shreds. Right. But eventually you're going to get a grip, and you have to very slowly and delicately, while bending into your crotch area to get the toilet paper out. You do. You wipe. You're gonna stand up, and as soon as you stand up, the sensor's gone again. It flushes at this time the 3rd time, right?
Oh my God!
So you wipe. You put it in there. And this whole ordeal takes maybe it takes like 5 minutes because it's brutal. And they have these automatic lights in the bathroom, which is fine. Well, all for the automatic lights. It does save energy. But when you do automatic lights, you got to set it for like a half hour before it shuts itself off. Really, so it shuts itself off at night. That's what you want. They set it for maybe 2 minutes, right? And it is a windowless bathroom, and it is an interior room. It has no windows. So lights go out. It is pitch black. I can see nothing. It's like here we have like groping around in the dark, trying to find the toilet paper, which is at my ankles, like with my pants down, the complete pitch black.
That means you've overstayed your welcome.
And I can't wave or anything because they put the sensor up for it, like outside by the front door, and I'm in a stall. So I'm waving my hands around like an idiot with my hands in the air.
That's why you throw your shoe. That's when you throw your shoe out of the stall to trip the
Honest
wire.
to God, I was tempted to like toss my coat out and just see if it came back up.
But like the crazy thing is too, like if you stand up to trigger it, right, you're gonna just trigger the flushing system again.
Yeah, I know.
It's like no
You
winning
flush
there.
it like 4 times. So you go through all of this, right? You're stumbling around. Eventually, you find the correct location, you wipe, and you toss into the correct hole in the ground, and you flushes.
Sure.
And you leave the stall, right? And
Yep.
you leave the lights come back on. And the sinks. They have. I'm not sure what the appropriate term for this is, but they have like the trowel sink, where it's one continuous, like think like
One
in a farm,
continuous
they'd have
sink.
like one big long sink.
Mhm. Family style sink.
It reminds me of like when you go to like a farm, right? And they feed the pigs and they just
They
dump
put it in
slop
the
into a
trough.
trowel. It's like that kind of sink. What I actually think of is like the bathroom at my local bar is like this too. Instead of having urinals, they just have one big bathtub you pee into. It's a little bit like that.
Oh God.
But it's and they have this
Communal
right?
piss tub.
Exactly. Yeah. And they have you go and you wash your hands. It has 3 different like little things that come up, right? And one's soap, one's water, one's dry. And the soap has never ever had soap in it when I've used it. It's always I always go to like all of them until I find soap, which takes forever. And then the water, the sensor for the water, it's the automatic faucet. It doesn't. Maybe I'm dead and I'm actually a ghost. I don't really know because I swear to God, none of these sensors in this bathroom work on me. So like you put your hand underneath it, nothing. So you have to put your hand all the way down, nothing. So you have to like slap it against the top of the faucet and it comes on. And then you wash your hands for 5 seconds, it turns itself off again, you have to repeat.
God, right.
And then the air dryers, they don't work. They've never worked. I don't think air dryers work at all. They've never worked for me. It just blows water all over the place, and you have to dry your hands on your pants. So that's the men's room and the student bathroom. I had to get off my chest because it annoys me.
Sounds like a wonderful experience you had there. Yeah,
I can't quite place why it annoys me, but it annoys me.
Oh, you can't? Could it be the
I can place why it annoys you.
No, but like it's like an irrational annoyance, right? Like there's a lot of things out there that like annoy me in quotation marks, but I don't feel like irrationally mad about it, right?
Here's the thing,
you know?
The reason it annoys you so much is because it's a problem that was created for no reason. Because none of this, like design issues aside, like low toilet paper, bad sink design, all that aside, right? Those are just stupid human things. It's the automation of things that don't need to be automated. It's the constant need to change things that have been already perfected to generate to keep the idea that you're useful as a person, right? So the person who comes up with the faucet that you could just turn on, right? He's like, okay, I lose my job if I don't find a new way to innovate on this. All right, what do? Sensor that doesn't work and lasts for 2 fucking seconds. There we go, easy. Now let's think about the lights. How do I make these lights more efficient? You don't just turn them on and turn them off at night. No, that's stupid. A 2-minute timer. No, toilet. You know what the worst part about taking a shit is? Flushing it down. Get rid of that fucking thing. Censor it up, baby. Like, and these things aren't necessary. They make the experience worse. It is actual decay at the most basic levels of society.
Yes, like what it is, right? It's 2 different things. I think it's 3 different things happening at once here. The first and foremost is that these colleges and these locations that do this, like businesses, are under immense pressure to not be, but look like they care about the environment, like they're eco-friendly, right? I mean, they could actually be eco-friendly right? But they're not. They just need the perception of that, right? And so automatic toilets, automatic lights, no paper towel, all that, like it makes them
They need
look
to they need to look woke and liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. And then additionally, I think it's almost like a cleaning thing, right? Because what the self-flushing toilet sends to me as a message is that you don't trust me to flush the toilet. And like if I was, for example, a student at an all-boys high school, as I once was, I would agree with that sentiment because goddamn, they don't flush the toilet. They would just let it fester there for all day long because they're teenagers and they don't know what to do. Or maybe live in a prison, right? And they have the same issue. But like, I am not a teenager. I am not a prisoner, right? I am an adult going to the school. You can trust me to flush the toilet. I'm not going to leave my gift there for the next person.
My gift there.
My gift to the world.
So that's a piece of it. But another piece of it is that you're totally right. Like we perfected the men's room in like the 90s. In 1990, whenever we came out with the paper towel you just pull, right? Perfection. And ever since then, only downhill.
Yeah, actually, like legitimately.
And honestly, like two things. One, the whole hand dryer to replace paper towel situation, I agree with you with. It's a terrible system. It doesn't work. You end up drying your hands on your pants anyway, so what's the fucking point of the dryers? Like, paper towel will be more sanitary than that.
Often I'll pull toilet paper, an obscene amount of it, and wipe my hands with that, and then flush it down the toilet for the 8th time. That's my usual go-to method.
That's a good idea. I might use that next time. But like, so there's that issue. But like, I feel like a lot of these things are issues because, or people like invent these sensors and stuff to try and solve the problem of the dirty men's room, right? How it constantly gets trashed. But that's not an issue with the restroom itself. That's an issue with the American male. Because if you go anywhere, you go to Europe, right? No problems whatsoever. You go to Japan, no problems with it. China, Korea. You go, I'm sure every other civilized country in the nation has perfect toiletry situations. It is only in America where the degeneracy of the American male is on full display. And I think the bathroom is truly the way we can distinguish how different we are as a society. Because like there's all these differences, like you've got so much fast food in the U.S. Oh, you've got such a weird accent. You say things so differently. No, you destroy every public restroom you enter. That's the problem with you. I don't understand why Americans are like this because it's not a problem anywhere else.
It's really real.
There's probably elements there that are true. I mean, it's not just us. I mean, I've been to some Canadian toilets too, and they're pretty nasty. And my dad's been to Australia, and I assure the Australians are not easy going.
That's true. I forgot about Australia. They probably have it a little bit worse.
Neither are the British. I should point that out too. Or India, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay, that's a bar.
But there's probably an element of the truth there. I mean, comparing us like the Japanese have a much more disciplined society than we do. We're not very disciplined.
There's that, yeah.
No, but that's probably an element. There's probably an element of truth there. I'm wondering if this is an issue because I'm just like short. I'm abnormally small of a guy. Like, do other people have this issue on the toilet when you sit down and it flushes 7 times in a row?
Not that many, but it happens.
No, yet.
Like every time on a regular basis. This happens to me on a regular basis.
It's crazy. I try to avoid actually sitting down on those toilets. That's why I usually use like the all-gender bathrooms because they're like they resemble normal bathrooms, right? Like I try not to sit down in stalls. But when I was sitting down in that particular stall, the few times that I have, it has accidentally flushed on me. Not 4 times, but like twice. I was like, well, that's weird. I've never had this problem before. So I think it is an issue with the design of the stall. I do think you're right about that.
It flushes, not to the degree it did with you, but it has done that to me before, yeah.
Yeah,
like it would flush. Like, not be too sarcastic. It would flush maybe 2 to 3 times per shit. and you would have to get used to it because it's infuriating. Yeah, there was another point I wanted to say and I forgot what it was. It'll come back to me, I'm sure.
I think you.
Yeah.
Let's just stop shitting.
That would be ideal. Might have to.
Oh, you mentioned that to me at one point, Jake. That you do, you don't shit on campus ever.
No,
you plan your day around not doing that.
I do.
Which I wish I could do, but I'm usually on campus from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. So that is not an option for me.
I don't use the
on a regular day.
I very rarely use the facilities on campus. I don't. I plan my day around not just have my bowel movements, but just my bladder movements as well. I find
no movement.
Don't move. There is no movement. I find public facilities to be horrible and disgusting and inferior in every way to my home bathroom, which I can just drive to if I really need to.
You're absolutely
drive 20 minutes too.
Yeah, I'm insane for this, but if I really need to go to the bathroom like between classes, I will just drive home, because if I drive home, I can just get a snack and I can come back.
That
45 minutes round trip.
Oh man,
it's better than sitting on campus doing fucking nothing. And at least in this case, right? I'm using the bathroom, I'm getting a snack, and I get to drive and do something, and like listen to music.
Right,
like
sure.
it's fine.
Right.
It's a good deal for me.
Every so often you say something that really just reminds me that how different of people that we are, and this is one of those things. Like I understand that like I'm a bit of a grub, and I'm a bit like gross.
Grub.
But like. I driving back to my house to take a shit just to drive back is like insane to me. But like I've also like I've like took number 2s in bathrooms that most people wouldn't even dare taking number 1s in. Right, like my standards of cleanliness are low.
Well, hey, I mean, there you go. I guess it just comes down to a difference of opinion.
Yeah,
it comes down to a difference of opinion, man.
Listen,
I'll add that to the list of reasons why we can never be married, Jake.
Except in 30 years, because we did make that pact the other day.
Oh, very true, very true, very true.
So,
what, you made that pact with me?
Yeah,
I did. Oh shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. No, Sam, listen. I made that pact with you last year, right?
Oh, what? You're a fucking pig, man. What
the
fuck?
Jacob, are you cheating on Sammy Robinson?
No, what I'm saying is, in 30 years, if me and Sam aren't married, we will get married in 2055. And if I'm not married with Sam, then I will get married with Dominic in 2056.
Oh, what? So you're just getting options? Just preparing options?
Yes, I feel like that's a normal thing to do. It's a backup contingency.
Okay, so that raises an obvious question here. Between me and Sam, who would you marry?
Well, I feel like I really only have one option, because
momentarily you are engaged to both of us.
You've said that there's a list of reasons you wouldn't marry me, so I feel like Sam's kind of the logical choice. But then again, I do like a challenge.
Do you like a challenge?
Am I a challenge to you? Is that what you just said?
No, that's not what I mean. It means I have to overcome the list, right? And that's the challenge.
I'm a challenge. Wow, thanks, bud. I'm gonna put in my diary tonight. Oh wow, Jake thought I was a challenge.
That's not what I said. You know it.
He finds my behaviors challenging, perplexing, and puzzling. Oh, fantastic.
I can't believe you think he's challenged.
Well,
how could you? I mean, I am, but how could you?
Well,
that is 100% what he said.
On that note, before I have to make a decision, I think we should pivot to the tragedy of Reddit Island, shall we?
So yeah, it's time to talk about the Reddit Island disaster.
Sure.
Reddit Island.
A disaster. Have you guys ever heard?
I've heard about it. I've heard whispers about it in my high school days.
Okay. So
I have not. This is completely new to me.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm assuming everyone here is familiar to some extent of what Reddit is.
Would you believe I do know what Reddit is?
It's this chudtopia, populated mostly with people that look like this. Not all. But much.
Yeah, but not all. It's very important.
I appreciate it.
There are some people that just browse like Zootopia subreddits, and they don't look like that. But,
be still my beating heart.
And it consists of various form, like Ask Reddit, Am I the Asshole, gay porn, and for all intents and purposes of this presentation, Reddit Island.
Right.
Now what is Reddit Island, you may ask? Well, it was a horrible plan to buy a private island and to make a sort of sovereign nation.
What?
Now, throughout the planning of this, many people largely ignored the logistical issues of making a sovereign nation. You know, like food, shelter, a form of government and infrastructure.
Right.
Right.
And this is just many
Right.
of the examples of how stupid Reddit users
You know,
can be and are.
government, infrastructure, all very essential and yet complex things that may be above a Reddit user's mindset. Yes.
And throughout this entire experience, just know that there was a lot of community and media scrutiny, and
Okay.
it also showed how outdated their humor was, even by comedic standards back then. Because, but you see, both of these both were from within the last 6 years.
Oh wow. And Keanu we trust?
Yeah.
Reddit Island.
Okay. Jesus
So
Christ. What is wrong with these people?
here's what you got to know. There technically was two Reddit Island movements. There was one that was in 2010, but that was a lot worse because it didn't go really anywhere eventful.
Right.
But it had its own subreddit and now kind of just serves as a time capsule. And it also led to an article that had this excerpt. Quote, there are few places on Earth I can imagine wanting to spend time less than a remote island populated solely by hundreds of hardcore users of the social news site Reddit.
Social news site. That's the what the fuck? That's the most shocking bit of this splurb. Who's describing Reddit as a social news site?
Redditors.
That is a liberal use of the word news and the word social.
And site.
really,
Yes.
everything there is inaccurate.
But from this first movement, it was a lot more focused on like the logistical aspects, but it ultimately fell apart because there was no leadership or direction in the movement. So
Redditors
Wow,
at the
find
birth of
multiple islands and proclaim
What a
themselves as an
shock.
independent nation known as Meme Land. Their capital city is known as Redditgrad, with the island of
No.
Keanu Reefs serving as their main base of operations. Oh my god, it's so
Oh,
bad.
these people need to kill
so
themselves. Oh my god.
They need to go to
so as
a suicide island is where they need to go.
so so as we move into Reddit Island 2, it's important to know that looking at the first one, it really could have served as like a heed if you
Mhm.
follow in the ways of old.
Sure.
So there are two
Right.
ways that this movement could have gone. Either it could have like been like properly logistically handled, and it could have like actually happened to some varying degrees of success, if you will, or it would just be an absolute shit show.
Okay.
I'll let you come to which path they went down. So anyway, April 30th, 2021 is the birth of r/Reddit_island. Now,
Does this subreddit
following the
still
launch
exist?
in a
Out of
very
curiosity.
this subreddit does still exist.
Reddit.
Wow.
Now, there's 25 members joined the subreddit shortly after launch in like a strenuous propaganda campaign, such as this meme in the bottom right corner that
Right.
Jacob
Yes.
so graciously read.
Ugh.
Gaze
Ugh.
upon figure 1 here.
Ugh.
So that brings us to the second step. Where do you go from here? Well, at this point, your average Reddit humor populated the subreddit, and nothing like substantial was happening. Ideas started being spitballed around, like having Elon Musk fund the island because this was back when he was still in public favor, and
Right.
he used Reddit, and according to a mod, he had received messages from Elon's personal Reddit account and wanting to talk.
Okay. Interesting.
And then, but meanwhile, people are talking about, okay, well, where do we go? If we get Elon's funding, we could really go anywhere. Where? Well, one such example was Pitcairn Island. It's a very secluded island in the middle of the Pacific, and it's a British territory. I wonder if anything has happened that.
Oh
right.
no!
What the fuck is that?
2004 Pitcairn Island sexual assault trial. No.
What the hell? What is going on?
Oh
The
no.
plot just got plotted.
Yeah. So this is a bold choice. But
Yeah,
there's
I'd
also some
say.
major logistical issues with the island. First of all, it's in the middle of nowhere. That's the
Okay.
island.
Right.
As you can see,
Right in
dead middle
the
of the
middle
Pacific.
of the Pacific. Fantastic.
That is
Wow.
very difficult to get to on no income per year. Yes.
No income per year.
No income per year. So first of all, you need to coordinate. It would take multiple days to get there by boat. The island isn't big enough to have like a runway for planes, so you have to boat out there, which means you need a boat crew, a very professional and knowledgeable and talented boat crew to even access the island. Second of all, as you could tell by the sexual assault trial, there's a there's there's a population on the island, and you can't just have a few thousand Reddit chuds pull up onto an island and then be like, this is ours now. That's not how that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
The locals wouldn't
no.
the locals wouldn't like it, and since it's a British territory, the British certainly wouldn't like that.
Right.
As we learned from the Falkland Islands, they're quite serious about the
They're
land
quite
ownership
picky
too.
over their islands.
Yeah, yeah. And
Just a little
the
bit.
island is largely uninhabitable, so you wouldn't be able to fit a ton of people if you got them all out there. But nonetheless, it still was the popular choice. But largely, this movement was still mostly a meme until
Oh,
E joined.
he.
Who's he?
Who is he?
E is island owner alt. He's just this unnamed
Right.
rando who pulled up onto the subreddit one day and claimed that he inherited his grandfather's island off of the coast of Cuba.
Oh,
Okay.
these white boys be
And basically,
wildin'. Oh my god.
and basically, he was just saying, if I just get a little bit of money, we can make this the island. Now the mods immediately fell in love with him. They gave him mod,
Oh.
and people in the subreddit started referring
they
to him
immediately fell
as
in love with
the
That
Messiah.
is the fakest looking fucking contract I've ever fucking seen. That is literally just a Google. That's just like a Google doc. I'm pretty sure that's fucking Times New Roman font that he just bolded and turned Spanish. What the?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So the
I
public
like how
fell
we
in love with him
we
immediately.
put down the date February and clearly his left hand, his right hand looks like it's written by a child.
Hey, maybe
That's
some people's
February.
handwriting looks similar to that, Dom. Maybe, sometimes people just,
Oh.
A horrible penmanship.
Oh wow! I'm gonna put that down. Okay, that's reason number 3 on my list of reasons why I can't marry you.
horrible penmanship.
Oh god.
So, mods fall in love with him immediately. They mod him, and people in the subreddit started to refer to him as the Messiah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's how
I'm
you know it's
sure, I'm sure this isn't a blasphemous thing to say on Easter, no mind you.
That's true. It is Easter. It's Easter.
So,
I don't know about
So,
you, but I know what it's exactly what Jesus is gonna do when he comes again is just give people an island to do a Reddit.
The second coming is when Jesus finally bestows upon us a Reddit island.
Oh my
Sorry about that. But
So island owner, he starts asking for money to make this happen, for infrastructure, for food, and for transportation to the island.
Oh boy.
And so he plugs his PayPal and says that whoever donates to me will have their Reddit username engraved onto a plaque to be on the island.
God.
Now, as you can imagine, there were many reasonable people who looked at this and said, "Oh, this is 1,000% a scam." But
Yeah.
to prove them wrong, he issued the deed to the island, as you can see.
The
As you can
deed.
see here, the very professional deed to the island.
I like how they put
And-
down coordinates, but they have what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 7 significant points there of deviation, which is like down to the millimeter of accuracy. They sort of, I'm gonna give it a Google, but I think they just put out a number at random.
Mhm. And he also issued photos of the island, which couldn't be reverse searched onto Google.
Now that's interesting.
Mhm.
That is
But do you know what it is? Okay.
I mean,
But
you could totally just go
there's a lot
take
more. There's a
fucking
lot more to
pictures
the
of
doubt
it.
other than this guy just randomly showed up. You know, this very anonymous man pulls up, and it actually turns out people can find the images
Oh,
if they
wow.
go to the island. If they go to the island on Google Earth. Also,
Okay.
not to mention, he claimed his father or his grandfather owned the island.
Right.
But if you do a quick Google search, private ownership didn't exist in Cuba until very recently.
Oh,
Right.
no.
Great.
And as he said, as he plugs his PayPal, due to federal restrictions, PayPal doesn't operate in Cuba.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
So unless this guy lives in the United States, very fishy. Not to mention, only the title of this deed is in Spanish, while the text is in English,
yeah.
and the official language of Cuba is Spanish.
That is
Not to
wild.
mention, there's also no official seal or stamp on this.
Not to
on this
mention, they
paper.
say in the year of our Lord, Cuba, a famously socialist and therefore agnostic country.
The year of our Lord.
Ugh.
So many things wrong about this.
That
And
was like,
I looked it up.
yeah.
These coordinates do not match.
Okay.
You want to
Wow.
know? I looked up. You want to know where these? You want to know where these coordinates take you?
Where do they go? Please
Please tell us.
inform us.
India.
India. That is not a private island.
Now, granted,
Well,
Now,
to be
granted,
fair, it
that's-
will be in a couple million years. But now I know.
now granted, if you put in these exact coordinates and you put the west coordinate to negative, that puts you near like the southern ocean, or like the southern area of Cuba, which is where the island's located. However,
Hmm.
if this is an official government deed, you really expect them to be know their negatives and their positives. Feel me?
Right.
And
yeah,
you'd expect
no.
it to be actually on the island, even if they missed a sign.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But maybe that's just me
But-
being crazy.
These could, this is all just hearsay. These could all be just coincidences. Maybe the government really did fuck up and put a seal or the proper coordinates or the proper language anywhere. And it could be possible that his grandfather had like an in with the government, and that's why he had private ownership of an island off the coast of a very tropical island nation. So this could all be coincidences, and that doesn't mean that this is a scam. So do you guys want to take any guesses where this goes from here?
It's a scam.
He keeps getting money.
Yeah.
And it's a scam.
It's a scam. I mean, it's the most obvious scam that only a redditor could fall for.
Real edge.
Any
The
guesses,
level of
Dominic?
scamming here is immense. I'm actually almost like astounded and slightly. I'm blown away by the amount of scam here. I think it's beautiful.
So what happens next? Well, wouldn't you know?
The
Wouldn't you-
scam.
The scam.
What a shock!
in May or June of 2021, on a subreddit that was specifically dedicated to exposing island owner alt for a scammer, he posted just "Thanks for the money, suckers."
Wow.
Nice.
And in the comments, he claims to have received $700 in donations.
Oh.
It said that he would not be refunding anybody.
Well.
And this is truly the pinnacle of profound mental slowness, if you will.
Mental
Because
slowness.
on one side, you have people being like, "You're the lowest of the low, and you're going to jail." And then on the other side, you have people, you have reasonable people who are like, "Holy shit, Reddit users are so goddamn stupid."
Yeah,
Base.
that
Real.
base.
And both sides do have a point because, for one, he did commit a crime. However,
Right.
this was so obviously going to be a crime, and they got so caught up in their own ego,
Their own egotism.
if you will,
Their hubris.
Yeah, well.
their own hubris, that they just gave money to this guy.
Yeah.
So what happened? So what happens next?
Yes.
Well, if you actually do remember, Elon Musk himself said that he wanted to talk. Well, it actually turned out that was just a fabricated screenshot from Ahmad,
Great.
who said that it was an honest mistake. Well, not
Oh,
only
wow.
was it not honest, it also was not a mistake. And would you be surprised to learn that r/Reddit_island failed? Would you be surprised to know this?
I would. That's crazy.
That is
I'm
actually
shocked,
quite
frankly.
shocking.
However,
Damn.
from the ashes, several subreddits were established, to try again.
They just keep
And I'm
going.
pretty sure
What the
I'm
fuck?
pretty sure some of these subreddits out there do still exist. Not in
There's
the
a Reddit
power
Island too. That's an
or
offshoot.
prevalence that this one had, but they are still out there. Now, there is no concrete evidence of how much money was stolen. However, some claim that they donated hundreds to thousands, but there's no they provided no evidence that they did donate, and they were just subsequently being insulted by reasonable people. Now, many people threatened island owner Alt. There was this one very passionate post on the aforementioned subreddit to exposing him, saying that when they got their hands on the island that they promised them, they were going to dismember him and parade his body parts around.
They were going to dismember him on an island that... The island doesn't exist. So
Well, the island exists, but they don't own it.
His.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I would have just settled for just dismemberment. But why'd you have to add the stipulation?
Hey, Sam. It's not about it's about sending a message. All right. It's about.
Oh, okay.
And then
about sending a message.
And then in that same message, they said that they were gonna. They essentially said pogrom of the island owner alt bloodline.
What? Oh my god.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
And following the his post saying thanks for the money, suckers, island owner alt was either banned off of Reddit or deleted his account, and he has never been found.
What? All this for $700. That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow.
And that is the story
Wow.
of the Reddit Island disaster.
Lord Almighty.
This one
Yeah,
is
okay.
a cartoon of Winnie the Pooh and Piglet.
Ugh.
Winnie the Pooh says, "I love honey, but you know what I don't love? You/island owner alt." And then he gives a death stare to the camera.
I hate that so much because that assumes that he committed some sort of grave crime against them when really they committed the crime against themselves.
They did.
The real crime should be their own stupidity.
Yes,
their collective stupidity. Hey-o!
I don't
credits.
Roll credits.
really want to give them that. I don't even want to give them that because
I'm really quite conflicted about this because, on one hand, you really shouldn't take advantage of people who don't know better. That is wrong and bad.
But on the other
Okay,
hand,
At the same time,
it
it is such a blatant and obvious scam.
Yeah.
However, I feel like if you were to walk up to somebody and be like, "I'm the president of the United States. If you give me $400 right now, I will give you a private island." And then being surprised that it's a scam.
It must be like
Yeah.
those people who fall for like the Nigerian prince scams. You ever heard those? those
Yeah.
emails?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Oh,
I'm a prince from Nigeria and I've inherited $46 million and half of it's going to go to you. Like people fall for that. It's the same
They
kind
do.
of archetypes in the head.
well, the difference here is that it wasn't like they were like it wasn't like this guy was scamming your grandmother. He was
Yeah,
scamming
yeah.
like grown ass people.
I guess the difference
Grown-ass
is I would almost rather he did scam my grandmother because my grandmother would understand and see through it.
people. Yeah. See. Oh, see. There you go. Wonderful.
Your grandmother
It's
is
even
She
better
would've
than
been
a
like,
whole
nah,
subreddit of
that's
Redditors.
stupid.
What's actually really jarring about this is about those emails, those targeted emails. That's somebody scamming an individual, right?
Yeah.
That's like one person's understanding. That's one person's thought process. We're talking about an entire fucking subreddit made up of 25,000 people.
Mm-mm.
I mean, okay, not the entire subreddit bought into it, but like a worrying amount of Redditors bought
Yeah.
into the scam.
Too many rational people that make up the collective voting body of our nation.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, it's a bit worldly. Even if just 1% fell for it, that's still 250 people. No matter.
God.
Yeah, that's not great. It does not bode well for the future of America.
You know,
No, it I'll tell you what,
Mm.
Sam, it didn't. We are living
Oh, yeah.
we are currently living through it's not going to be good for America. We are living through it now.
It's very possible. It's very possible. I mean, yeah, it's possible.
Mm.
God.
So
Uh,
the moral of the story here
Uh-huh.
is
Don't be
is
a
there a
twit.
moral? Don't be a twit.
That too.
Yeah.
I think the moral of the story is don't be a Redditor. Don't get
Don't
off
be a
Reddit.
Redditor.
Get off Reddit.
Yeah,
Get
you
off
know,
Hey,
go take a
I
walk.
can't argue with that one.
Yeah, go take a walk.
It's very
Go take-
difficult to
more
argue
importantly,
that
go take a shower. Jesus Christ. All
one.
right. Well,
He must really hate Redditors. That was kind of personal.
well, you know how it is.
You gotta do what you gotta
You
do.
gotta do what you gotta do. Closing statement time, I think, gentlemen. I think it's time for closing statements. I think it's time to get out of here and enjoy our Easter.
Hell yeah.
Sam, would you like to start us off? I don't know why I ask. You're going first, so just
Yeah. Let's see. So, how do we tie this all together? I think we live in a world as humans.
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
I'm the woker,
I think
baby.
I'm the woker, baby. I'm the woker, baby. Listen. Yeah, I was gonna take it in a more philosophical approach, but actually a really good joke just came to me. So I think I'm gonna do that instead.
Sure, please.
Here we go. In the argument, whether or not you would rather have a woke daughter or a Redditor son, I present to you Exhibit A, where the woke daughter is not going to spend $500 to pay for an island to unironically establish their own government based entirely around this island. Your Redditor son needs to be put down. If not,
That's right. All right.
if you're not gonna get them the help they need or show them the love that they need, because a lot of these people, they just don't have a support system. They don't have parents that actually give a shit about their well-being.
Just loveless
And if
shows.
you don't care about them this much, you're like, if you have let it get this bad, where they are on Reddit to this degree, it's time to cut your losses and just put them down. That's all I can say. Put
just
your
make a
son
new
down.
kid
Your
at this point.
losses.
Make a new kid at
Cut
that
your
point.
losses. Make a what?
Make a new
That's
kid.
another 17 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, make another. Yeah, you got it. There you
I
go.
can always
Perfect.
start again. Make
Start
another
again.
kid.
Make another kid.
What's another 17 years, Mark?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's my closing statement.
Think, Mark. What will you have after $500?
The island.
Reddit Island. I'm at Reddit Island. Well, thank you for that, Sam. I think you've summed up the argument very succinctly. Robert Calhoun, would you like to do what you do best? Give me a nice closing statement.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you the most heinous aspect of the human condition,
Mm.
and that is
Mm. Mm.
its own hubris.
Yes.
To be so caught up in the prestige of your own website that you need
heavy air quotes
your
on
own
prestige.
that you need your own website to prove how better you are than other websites, just to throw it to somebody smarter than you who realizes the error of your ways and then take the money and run. Let this be a cautionary tale that not everyone is who they appear to be.
They will learn
Thank
nothing
you.
from this.
Yeah, this is it's a good speech, but it will be falling on deaf ears, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry about
Oh well. It is what it is.
I mean, at this point, you've done all you can do. Dominic,
Yeah.
would you like to do all you can do right now and give me a closing statement?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you do.
every so often I think to myself, this is quite fitting because in fact it's Easter morning when we are recording this.
It is. This is true.
That in tradition and in the Bible, it's listed that when Jesus was on the cross, he witnessed to and saw all sins of all people. Right? And every so often I just think to myself, that meant that on the cross, Jesus was there and he saw that guy, Reddit own Island Alt, whatever his name is, and he saw him scam $700 out of some poor Reddit users who don't know any better because let's be honest, they're a little bit dense.
They're a little slow.
And he saw that and he looked at it and he still went, you know what? All right, I'll die for you too.
Wow, that
And if that isn't a reason to be rejoiceful and happy, I don't know what is.
that is arguably one of the best closing statements I think we've ever gotten from Dom. It's not a shill statement either.
That's true. He didn't show.
I do have to show something though. So
oh, now you've done it. Now you've done it.
Dear listeners, if you listen to Sound My Voice and perhaps you're Finnish from Finland and you want to stick it back to Sweden for all the shit they've done to you over the past 1,000 years of both of your existence. If you want to come back over to the United States and rebuild our service stations to meet the standards required by the American people for their service stations, I'm sure Sweden would not find that nice, which I know will make you happy, Finland. Man, that was a bit rambly, and that kind of took the power away from my emotional statement earlier. But you know what? We're gonna go with it.
It was so unnecessarily vindictive towards Finland.
I mean, they deserve it.
I was gonna say Norway because I think Norway and Sweden are the two that really duke each other out in football. But I don't know what you call is it a Norse person?
No, a Norwegian. You got
Norwegian. Oh my god, I forgot about Norwegian as a word.
That's
embarrassing. Okay.
So.
Well, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, even if you want to rebuild our service stations and like stick it to Sweden.
Ooh, Denmark would be good because then we could have Lego service stations.
They could do it.
They could do it.
Like,
you know that.
That'll make Lego even more expensive.
That James May special where he builds
the
Lego house. It's gonna be like that, but rest stops. It'd be great. It'd be great.
I mean, if Denmark did it, we could have. I guess it's more of a Norse thing. If Norway did it, we could have a Viking themed.
Ooh, yes, Viking longhouse rest stop. Yes,
yeah, I'd be down for that. I'm all over that.
That'd be awesome.
Swedish, you went for the Soviet style, and I don't like the Soviet style.
We are not a fan of the Soviet style. Yes, we disapprove of the Soviet style.
Well, let's not go that far. Also, yes, Soviet. But
I think I will go that far. Soviets weren't good architects.
Come on, man. Come on.
Allow me to point to pretty much anything they ever built as an example.
Anything they've ever built.
Fair enough.
Hey, they built a good nation that lasted for like a solid 70 years.
That's true. 80. That's almost
80 years.
80 years.
An entire lifespan.
Yeah. Shall I point towards the ever famous Soviet apartment complex, which famous for standing together? No, they're famous for falling apart. Perhaps I should point out Chernobyl.
Yeah, let's not
Hey,
talk about
hey,
did
that
not
was an
work out.
No, those
operator
are the
error. That was
Ukrainians.
an operator error. All right, that was different. That was different.
Listen,
Operator error
listen,
with
put-
significant flaws to safety in the design of the plant.
Listen. I think what we need to focus on as a collective is my closing statement, and my closing statement is this: I've learned lessons from today, from Robert Calhoun's silly tale of Reddit Island, and the lesson I've learned is we need to do better. We need to do something greater. We need
Here we go.
Collective Stupidity Island.
Yeah.
And I think we can pull this together. I think we can cobble together a plan. More importantly though, I think we should take the big boss approach, and I think we should start with an oil rig and expand out from there. Because I think that's going to be a
Are you
lot
saying
more
we take
feasible.
over an oil rig?
I'm saying yes, we load up in dinghies and take over an oil rig, Somalia style. Yeah. So,
Right. You know,
But we're
you know
gonna
what we
need-
could do.
We're gonna need a lot more firepower.
It's all right. I know a guy.
Let me make some phone calls to another Discord.
Oh my god.
Mm. We could do what New York State did in the '60s, which is when New York State was digging out the subway system of New York City, right? The metro. They took all that dirt and they had to put it somewhere. So they just dumped it into the Hudson River on Liberty Island and just made the island bigger, right? I think we should do the same. Just get a whole bunch of dirt and just dump in the Caribbean somewhere in the atoll. Just make an island.
So what you're suggesting is
that's a
instead
better
of buying an island, we build an island.
Yes, right, because then there's no issues of legalities. We can just have an island, right? I mean, if it worked for New York, it can work for us. It worked for the Arabians. They've built islands before.
So if you're listening to the Collective Stupidity podcast, dear listeners, and you are perhaps a traveling dirt salesman, please drop us a line. We need all your stock.
Collective Stupidity Business at gmail.com.
Please, I need this so bad. Please, I need this. I need this.
It's a matter of life and death.
It's a matter of life and death. My death will be on your hands if you don't give me all your stock. Thank you.
Really though, if you listen to this podcast, dear listener, why? What are you doing?